Welcome back. So the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial is expected to resume in the High Court in Pretoria this morning. Yesterday, one of the accused, Muzi Sibiya, made admissions in relation to the murder of the former Orlando Pirates goalkeeper. Sibiya was first questioned about the murder in 2014. This was revealed in the testimony of another investigator, Sergeant Batho-Bakae Mogola, who led the arrest of Sibiya. The court is hearing arguments on the admissibility of confession statements of two of the accused and warning statements of three other accused. SABC News reporter Sipho Kekana joins us live with the latest update. Sipho, a good morning to you. Sounds like an eventful day in court yesterday. Take us through some of the key points that we heard.
That's true, Naledi. So yesterday, Sergeant Batho Mogola sought to paint a picture of everything having been done above board, and this is with regard to arrest of accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, as well as how he was handled leading up to the alleged confession that he said to have made on that particular day, on that evening. According to Mogola, she together with members of the EMPD SWAT unit arrested him on the 30th of May, and they then traveled to Muzi hostel in Tembisa, and she says that it was at this hostel when she first then asked Muzi, questioned him in relation to Senzo Meyiwa's murder, and she says immediately he then made admissions in relation to Senzo Meyiwa's murder. She has also brought up a name of the traditional healer that also came to court and that has given testimony in court before. You recall that is Lion Robert Zwane, and this is a traditional healer that previously told the court that at about the time that Senzo Meyiwa was shot and killed, a man who identified himself as Sibiya, together with another gentleman, had visited him and consulted with him and asked for muti because they had the job that they wanted to carry out on that particular weekend. And she said the traditional healer at the time told the court that he then gave these two gentlemen a muti called Inhlanhla Mhlophe, translated as white luck. And this traditional healer, Zwane, then says, a few days later, these two gentlemen then returned to him to say that they needed cleansing because during the carrying out of this particular job, a man had been injured without making any reference to Senzo Meyiwa at the time. And so yesterday we had Mogola then say that the day after arresting this Muzi Sibiya, accused number one in this particular trial, Muzi directed them to this traditional healer's house in Palm Ridge, and she has told the court that by her own observation, looking at the interaction between Muzi and this traditional healer on that particular day, they seemed to know each other. And this is because you'd recall that this traditional healer, when he was giving testimony in court, he told the court that the Sibiya that he was talking about was tall, implying that it was not the Sibiya that was sitting in the dock at the time. She has denied she was ever part of any assault or torture, as it has been advanced by the defense that the accused were tortured and coerced into make those particular confessions. According to accused number two, Bongani Ntanzi's version, he says at one of the occasions of his torture, Mogola, together with Brigadier Gininda, arrived driving in a white BMW, and she has told the court that she is driving a white BMW, but she is adamant that Ntanzi could not have been referring to the car that she is driving right now. Let's take a listen to that.
Now driving in a white BMW?
Yeah, but BMW so.
Probably, my lord. Accused number two, my lord. You know, he saw me driving the BMW, and now he's taking chances, my lord, to say on that day I was driving in a white BMW.
Yeah, what am I saying? BMW so.
But the point is, the question pertinently is the BMW. You say Pinanda sat on the boot
My Lord,
And you were there.
my Lord, it is not the truth. As I have indicated, my Lord, that I had to take accused number 1 to Tembisa police station.
hayi kula mqiniso la ngoba njengoba sengishilo ngifake ngithatha umsolo lokuqala ngiyise eThembisa police station.
Tembisa Court.
Tembisa magistrate court, my Lord.
Kulungisa lapho wawuseThembisa magistrate court ungekhona police station.
So, my Lord, such incident did not take place.
Cha into enjalo ke ayikaze yenzeke.
Now, you did mention that you do drive this white BMW. When was it allocated to you?
Waqala nini ke ukusebenzisa le BMW emhlophe?
In 2021, my Lord.
Ngaqala ukusebenzisa mhla ngo-2021.
Now, in 2020, June 2020, were you ever using this vehicle, the white BMW?
Ngo-2020 wawuke wayisebenzisa le moto yohlobo le-BMW.
That's not, I was not, my Lord, using the BMW white in color in 2020, my Lord.
Ngangayisebenzisile leyo BMW emhlophe ngo-2020.
Now, she will be back on the stand, Naledi, this morning to conclude her evidence in chief, and thereafter, cross-examination will then start. There are similarities, Naledi, with regard to the manner that accused number 1 and 2 were arrested. When both were arrested, they were arrested for charges that had nothing to do with the Senzo Meyiwa murder, and they then confessed in relation to Senzo Meyiwa's murder. When accused 1 was arrested, his room was searched for an ID, and ammunition was found in his room, and he was charged in relation to that. When accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi's room was searched for a hoodie, ammunition was found in his room, and he was also charged in regards to that. We are expecting that the defense will be zooming into those issues and asking whether this is just a mere coincidence or whether it's a script. It was planned like that. We are expecting more on that when court resumes at 10. Court will resume at 10 with Mogola back on the stand.
Sipho Kekana there, our reporter outside the High Court in Pretoria, listening into those proceedings in the trial, within the trial in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. I was here, the little details that led up to the confessions of some of the accused.